Another guy that's like very similar to that is Flintoff. I don't know if you've come across him before, but
What, as in Freddie?
yeah,
Well, I haven't, but he's a legend.
yeah,
He transcended the sport,
yeah,
didn't he, as an icon? But his story and everything around his mental health and
yeah.
how he's
No,
conducted himself.
he was like, I don't know if he'll know like how influential he was like when he's been around, but he's got this like amazing ability that everyone in the changing room will hang on every word he says. So I had him as a coach last year with England and in the 100. But he's again like one of life's like special people. Everything he does will sort of turn to gold. From an understanding, from like a friend, from a coaching aspect, he's been there, done it. But I don't know, empathy, you name it, he's just got it in like abundance. And no, it's like cricket's lucky to have him back for sure, because he took like a hiatus, did his TV stuff, presented Bullseye recently or whatever it was, and cricket's really lucky to have him back for sure.
Tell me a little bit more about Freddie when he walks in a room.
The World Cup last we played in the Caribbean, I was like going through it, not on the field but just like off the field. I never really had any. I was always confident and pretty brash and whatever. And then like in the last year, I kind of like the first time I had like mental obstacles, and obviously he had just overcome that. And, he was just incredible for me, and just to have him around and like, I don't know what you'd call it, mentor, confidant, he's got sort of all of it in one at that World Cup. And, he certainly got me through it and contributed in any capacity that I did.
Are you happy to share some of the stuff he said to you?
Yeah, I'd share it, but I'll be honest, I was in such a bad space in my head, I don't really remember much of it. Like I was kind of like, the lights were on but no one was home for a lot of it, if that makes sense. So I'd have a lot of conversations that were meaningful conversations, but I'm just like, I wasn't really listening.
With Freddie?
With everyone. Obviously, I said to like Joss, I said to the coach, and I was like, look, this is like where I'm at, and but I really want to play this World Cup. I'm confident talking about it now because it's so far in the past. But while it was still sort of like the distant, like recent history, I was like, fuck, it's like you got like a dirty secret or something. You just don't want anyone to know. But because it's so long ago now, and like I said, I'm pretty like at peace with it. I was telling those boys that, and I was taking these like pills when it got really bad with the doc. And again, I can't tell you what the pills were because I was just like having like anxiety attacks or panic attacks and stuff. And but I was like adamant. I was like, I'm staying because this could be the last World Cup you ever go to. And Freddie obviously came through what he came. The crash and whatever. I don't really want to speak on behalf of him, but he was just amazing to like relay that or put an arm round. But then he's got this ability that if I was bowling, he could flip me like that. He could say stuff. He's like, fuck, you look massive today. Like, God, you're fucking, impose. And like, he makes you feel 10 feet tall. And I think that's what I needed because I was like so low. Then. So, do you know what I mean? So he had, not saying he had the answers, but he was like, Toppers is like lacking in this. Like, I'm going to pump his tyres up. And that's like a tough balance because, so probably something I couldn't do to someone else.
Yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mate, I actually feel quite emotional listening to that because there's like a common thread with people that I interview, just I think naturally because I'm drawn to people who do out-of-the-box things, right? Playing cricket at the highest level, travelling the world is not a normal thing. I was sat here with Aldo Kane yesterday, and his story is so similar to yours. I was with a fisherman in the studio in Austin, Texas, 61-year-old guy. Same kind of mindset, the same things, the same shit going on. And I think there's a common thread between us men, right? And this isn't a mental health podcast, by the way. This is just a podcast talking to cool people who are doing cool things, but there is a common thread.
Sure.
And one of the things for me is like searching this second mountain, we're calling it, is like what's next in my career.
Sure.
Is the value of role models and strong men in your life and making sure that you have that. And Aldo Kane was talking about like his need to be around inspirational men and to do like hard things, to get back on the tools and go out there and train and do difficult things, because in men that's what you need. But you also need that, it's like a level of like understand, it's brotherhood, they call it a brotherhood, don't they? And that's what Freddie basically he's not your brother, but he's a brother,
yeah,
you know, within all this.